My honorable to all reviewers, my honorable to all audience. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Nadia Ulfa, student from Mathematics Education Department, Postgraduate School, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. In this occasion, I will present my paper about error analysis on the concept of composition of function in online learning from the perspective of AVAE categories. The following things will be discussed. First is introduction, second is method, third is result and discussion, and the last is conclusion. Starting from the introduction. Jupri 2014 said that algebraic is the gateway to advanced mathematics and higher education. But we know algebraic is a concept that not only difficult to learn but also difficult to teach properly. So we can see that the weak algebraic abilities of Indonesian students can be seen in the result of 2011 TIMSS equations analysis. The result is only 18% can answer correctly on the algebraic content of reasoning, and then only 1% can answer correctly on application algebra content. One of the concepts in the scope of algebra is composition of function, which delivered in class 10 senior high school. There is a study conducted by Collins which say that many students who make errors when studying composition of function concept, whether students with high, medium, or low abilities. Referring to the result of study, there may be forms of errors that have not been identified by previous researches, especially if the errors are categories into the AVAE categories. AVAE categories are an error category that is spatial arranged in the algebraic field. And we know the presence of the coronavirus resulted in the teaching and learning process being carried out online, so that the obstacle felt by students between direct learning and online learning will be different. Therefore, it is important to conduct a study that analyzes in depth the students' errors in learning concept of composition of function in online learning from perspective of AVAE categories. This is a method in this study. This study used a qualitative research method with a case study approach. The participants in this study were 25 students from one of the senior high school in Sumedang. The data collection process in this study was collected online, where students are asked to complete written assignment related to the concept of composition of function online using Google Classroom. And next, this is the AVAE category. First is ARITH or arithmetics. Arithmetics is an error in performing arithmetic operations related to operations, rules, and properties. The operation is like addition or multiplication, dividing, and the properties is like commutative, associative, and distributive. The second is VAR or variable category. Variable category errors that arise due to the limitation of students in mastering the various roles of literal symbols such as placeholders, generalized number, unknown, and varying quantities. The third is AE. Algebraic expression category is an error that arises because of the limitation of students about operational meaning of algebraic expression as a representation of the calculation process. The next is EQS, or equal sign category error, is an error that arises because of difficulty in understanding the difference in the meaning of the equal sign in arithmetic and algebra. And the last is mathematization, which is a student's error in mathematizing. For this study, I just used for category that is AVAE because composition of function material discuss more symbolic mathematics. So the question given didn't require student to the stage of mathematics modeling. And next, this is a result and discussion. Based on table 1, it can be seen that the most error findings were found in question number 4B. It is 16 out of 25 students. The causes is that there are many many students who consider the procedure for solving problems number 4A to be the same as solving problem number 4B. And if we look at the AVAE category, the most common error found are ARITH errors. This error is found all questions. This happens because of the lack of student mastery of the prerequisite material. For the detail, this is ARITH category. The question is, if the function f and g are expressed by the formula fx equal x squared and gx equal x plus 1, determine the formula for f composition gx. The answer is like this. Students make mistake in using distribution properties in two algebraic forms. Next is for category. The question is, it is known that fx equal 5x minus 8 and gx equal x plus 3. Determine the formula for the function g composition fx. It can be seen that students ignore the role of variables as varying quantities. And then this is a AE category. The question is, it is known that fx equal 2x plus 6 and gx equal x minus 7. Determine the formula for the function f composition gx. It can be seen that students made an error in the AE category because students use the distributive properties to solve 2x plus 6 minus 7. And then this is a ICMScE category. The question is, it is known that the function fx equal 5x minus 8. Find the formula for the function gx if f composition gx equal 3 minus 4x. Students ignore the form of equality in algebra. This is a student assume the form 5gx minus 8 equal 3 minus 4x is equivalent to 5gx equal minus 5 minus 4x. And then this is a conclusion. It can be concluded that there are still many student error found in the concept of composition of function, including errors that are grouped into the AVAE category as follows. First is ARITH category, namely the use of symbolic expression of arithmetic operation and the use of the properties of numerical operation. Second is for category, namely student in limitations in mastering various roles of literal symbols. And third is AE category, namely students are not able to decipher the order in algebraic expression that must be processed. And the last is ICMScE category, namely students make errors because they ignore the form of equality in algebra. So the finding of these errors can be used as a reference to further identify the learning obstacle felt by students, and then this learning obstacle can be studied again to create a better learning design. Okay, thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.